Hi everyone, thank you all for joining. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic which is trending right now and is also very healthy for you and for your body. So we're going to talk about vegetarian versus vegan. As we know, like both terms are being used a lot nowadays, and a lot of people are turning into vegans or vegetarians. Today we're going to explain the difference between these two and also what is the benefit of following a like plant-based diet plan. Okay, well, what does it like, how does it help our body, and what does it do exactly? And we're gonna also talk about our products that you can take in case you're following a vegetarian or a vegan meal plan. So first, let's start with the introduction. Vegetarian diets have reportedly been around since as early as 700 before Christ. Several types exist, and individuals may practice them for a variety of reasons, including health, ethics, environmentalism, and religion. As we all know now, a lot of people also like follow vegetarian or vegan because of their religion, not only because it's healthy or for the environment or because of the ethics of not killing animals. Okay, so there are several reasons why people follow these type of diets. Now, vegan diets are a little bit more recent than vegetarian, but are getting also a good amount of press. Nowadays, it's very trending. Everyone is turning into a vegan. Also, we have a lot of new restaurants opening just for vegan menu. So you will find really like a lot of trend around this topic. So we will also take a look today at the similarities and differences between these two diets. Okay, so as usual, you can ask all your questions at the end of the presentation. Okay, you can just chat, and of course I will answer you. And I would like to remind you that the presentation is being recorded, and then you can watch it again or share it with your friends and family after the webinar is done. So also, I just want to add one thing that we're gonna do the same presentation in Arabic tomorrow, same time. Okay, so today it's only in English. Now, what is a vegetarian diet? A vegetarian is someone who does not eat any meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, or byproducts of animal slaughter. Vegetarian diets contain various levels of fruits, vegetables, grains, pulses, nuts, and seeds. The inclusion of dairy and eggs depends on the type of diet you follow. Okay, so there are several vegetarian diets. Some people, for example, they follow a vegetarian diet, but they eat eggs, they eat milk. Okay, so it depends on what type of vegetarian diet they're following. Now we're going to talk about the most common types of vegetarians. They include, the first one is the lacto-ovo vegetarians. So these are the vegetarians who avoid all animal flesh, okay, but they do consume dairy and egg products. So they avoid anything that is really like animal, but for example, eggs and dairy like milk, yogurt, cheese, these they can have them, they can consume them. The second type is the lacto-vegetarians. These are the vegetarians who avoid animal flesh and eggs, but they do consume dairy products, okay? And the third type is the ovo-vegetarian. These are vegetarians who avoid all animal products except for eggs. And lastly, we have the vegans. So these are the vegetarians who avoid all animal and animal-derived products. This is the most strict type, we can say, okay, because it's very like restrictive and limited. So no eggs, no dairy for vegans as well, and nothing that comes actually or that is animal derived. Now let's talk about a vegan diet. A vegan diet can be viewed as the strictest form of vegetarianism, okay? So veganism is currently defined by the Vegan Society as a way of living that attempts to exclude all forms of animal exploitation and cruelty as much as possible. In fact, veganism is often considered a lifestyle strongly anchored in animal rights. Okay, so they really do everything for animal rights. They try to protect animals, okay? And also it's like it's a lifestyle to help animals, but also to protect the environment. Okay, even for their health, this is why they do it basically. But they're really like into animal rights. Now, this includes exploitation for food and any other purpose. Therefore, a vegan diet not only excludes animal flesh, but also dairy, eggs, and animal-derived ingredients, okay, as we mentioned. So these include gelatin, honey, carmine, pepsin, shellac, albumin, whey, casein, and some forms of vitamin D3. All right, so this is very important, guys. If you want to turn into a vegan, now you know a bit more about how vegan works and what are the things that you need to restrict from the food, of course, and even like anything that is animal derived, basically you need to restrict it. Whereas if you want to become vegetarian, you can have some animal derived products, of course. It depends on your like your choice, if you want to be like lacto-ovo or lacto-vegetarian or ovo-vegetarian or vegan. All right, so let's continue. Now let's talk about the nutrition and the health in following these type of diets. So research shows that vegetarian and vegan diets tend to be low in saturated fat and cholesterol. Because if you didn't know, a lot of cholesterol and a lot of saturated fat actually are found in the animal products. Like, for example, in the lamb, for example, if it's not lean lamb, okay, if it has a lot of fat, if it's fatty, in the meat, and also like some people say also that cholesterol can be found in eggs, but of course, if you eat eggs, it doesn't mean that it's going to give you cholesterol. But if you eat a lot of fatty foods, trans fatty, they might actually increase your cholesterol levels. The next point is they also tend to contain high amount of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and healthy plant compounds. Okay, as we all know, vegetables and fruits, they contain a lot of vitamins, a lot of fiber. So it's really important. That's why we always say, always have a salad, always eat your fruits and veggies. And usually people who are, vegetarian or vegan, they don't have a lot of choices. So they really eat a lot of plant compound, and so that's why they take a lot of vitamins and minerals from the food. Now, what's more, both diets contain a high amount of nutrient-dense foods. These may include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and soy products. Nowadays, everyone really like shifting into these diets. And for me, I think do what's best for your body. Listen to your body. If you feel like whenever you eat animal products, it's like you're not feeling well, then you can try a vegetarian diet for 2 weeks, for example, and see how you feel. Okay, so it all depends on each body. Some people know they prefer, for example, animal products. Okay, they don't really tolerate well legumes and nuts. Maybe they have IBS, okay, or gases whenever they eat. So each body is really different, and do what's best for you. Now let's talk about the third point. On the other hand, poorly planned vegetarian and vegan diets could result in low intakes of some nutrients, particularly iron, calcium, zinc, vitamin D, B12, and omega-3. Okay, so we did mention that vegetarian and vegan diets are very important because you get a lot of, nutrients from vegetables and fruits, but also if you don't eat well, if you don't count your calories or count your grams of protein and fiber and vitamin, make sure that you're getting enough of them, or else you're gonna have a deficiency in them, especially like B12 or zinc or calcium, iron, because all these, they are really like saturated mostly in animal derived products. Okay, especially the B12, it's only from animal products. Omega-3, for example, you find it in fish. Okay, even iron, for example, you can find it. You can also, of course, you can find iron, for example, in spinach or broccoli, but usually iron you can find it in meat products, as well as liver, for example, it's high in iron. So this is why, and calcium, you can find it always in dairy. Okay, so this is why make sure, well, if you want to shift to a vegetarian or vegan meal plan, to take your supplements if you're not getting enough vitamins or nutrients from your daily meal plan. Okay. Now, the bottom line is a whole foods or plant-based diet is a way of eating that celebrates plant foods and cuts out unhealthy items like added sugars and refined grains. Now, plant-based diets have been linked to a number of health benefits, including reducing your risk of heart disease, certain cancers, obesity, diabetes, and cognitive decline. A lot of people now found studies actually that if you have diabetes or cholesterol or heart problems, try to shift to a plant-based diet and you will really find the difference. Because actually animal products are like, they have, as I said, saturated fats, and saturated fat can affect the cholesterol levels, the arteries, the veins, you know, all these things, especially if the cholesterol is gonna block the arteries and veins. So make sure that if you have, you know, like cholesterol problems, try to include more veggies, more fruits, more whole grain food, more whole, like plant-based actually, and try to reduce your intake of animal derived products. I'm not telling you to stop it altogether, okay? Maybe slowly, or just reduce it a little bit. This is the first step. And then you can see how you feel if you're finding, like, if you're finding it better, okay, you can always try and see for yourself, but always try to do some blood tests, okay? Don't just like ignore it or leave yourself. So at least once a year or twice a year to do your blood tests. Now, plus transitioning into a more plant-based diet is an excellent choice for the planet. As you know, slaughtering animals and removing, you know how a lot of, people treat animals in an annoying way, like you don't want to see that, right? So of course, like if you're shifting to a plant-based or a vegan or a vegetarian meal plan, it's also good for the animals, like you're saving more animals, and we're not killing, big amounts. Because a lot of farms, they really like treat them badly, they give them antibiotics, they feed them things that they are not supposed to eat, and they kill them in big amounts, and then we're not consuming that much anymore animal products, so they go all to waste. So this is why it's also good to think about the planet and the animals. Now, regardless of the type of whole foods or plant-based diet you choose, adopting this way of eating is sure to boost your health. Okay, as I said, like you will find a lot of antioxidants, a lot of vitamins and minerals in plant-based and whole grain foods. So you will definitely boost your immunity. And there are a lot of studies that show that actually inflammation can be caused from animal products, from dairy. So always like eat everything in moderation, okay? Don't eat big quantities of animal products or from, for example, just any type of product. Don't eat big quantities. Always have a little bit of everything in moderation. This will really help your body to get all the nutrients, all the vitamins that it needs. Now, it is important to give your body a rest from animal foods, okay? So at least try twice a year, okay? Try to follow a plant-based meal plan for 2 weeks and see the difference for yourself. Just like, like a detox from animal products. You don't need to be vegan or vegetarian, but from time to time, it's good to shift a little bit your focus on yourself, on your body. Try to cut out everything that is high in fat, high in animal products. You can always also try to be pescatarian, for example. So it's like vegetarian, but you can have fish if you like fish, So try to see what you guys can do and what you like, and try to do it for 2 weeks and see for yourself if you're feeling better or not. Now we're going to talk about the products you can take if you're vegetarian, and that I recommend you to take them because you might lack them from your meal plan if you're not eating well. Since you're vegetarian or vegan, these are some supplements that you need to take extra, okay, that will help you with your meal plan and to get the correct amount of vitamins in your body. So the first one is our aloe vera gel, of course, because it's actually beneficial for the immunity and the digestive system. So in case you have problems with your digestive system, if you're eating a lot of, fiber, a lot of vegetables, a lot of whole plant-based, sometimes people get a bit of gases or, the indigestion. So it's good to drink the aloe vera to help manage a healthy digestive system and to boost your immunity as well. It also really helps with cholesterol and blood sugar levels. It contains some trace vitamins and minerals, and it has 8 essential amino acids. Okay, so you can drink 30 milliliters 2 to 4 times a day. It's up to you. And this is the first product that I recommend. The second one is, of course, the Nature Mint. We mentioned before that for people who might have deficiency, it's always good to take calcium, iron, zinc. These play a really important role in vegetarian, for people who are vegetarian, it's good to supplement these minerals. So because they are good for your bones, good for anemia, if you have, iron deficiency. And if you didn't know that our Nature Mint contains the highest amount of iron in all our supplements. Okay, so if you have iron deficiency, you can take the Nature Mint. Now the bottle contains 180 tablets, and you can take 6 tablets per day as a dietary supplement. So as I said, the Nature Mint, it's really like a multi-mineral formula, okay? But it really focuses on calcium, iron, and zinc, and even other minerals that really help your whole body, especially if you're vegetarian. Now, okay, the third product as well that can really help with vegetarian and vegan is the Forever Daily. So the Forever Daily, also it has vitamin A, C, D, and B12, some iron, calcium, and zinc. It has really like 55 nutrients from vitamin to minerals. Okay, so it's a mix and a combo of minerals and nutrients. And you need to take it daily, and you can take 2 tablets a day as a dietary supplement. Okay, so this is like a multivitamin and multi-mineral. Next, we have the Forever B12. So the Forever B12, a lot of people lack it or they don't have enough vitamin B12 in their body, especially if you are vegetarian or vegan, because as I said, B12 comes especially from animal sources. Okay, so it is essential to include it in your diet or in your lifestyle if you are vegetarian or vegan. Okay, so especially also if you have anemia or if you have B12 deficiency. It contains both B12 and folic acid, and also these are very important if you didn't know for women who are trying to be pregnant or who is pregnant in the third trimester. Okay, in the first trimester, so first 3 months. So it can also help increase your energy. It forms and regenerates blood cells. It improves concentration and memory. And as we said here, it is essential to include if you are vegetarian or vegan, because as we all know that B12 is obtained from animal sources. So take 1 to 2 tablets daily, preferably after a meal. Now, the last product that you can take, also that I recommend if you can take it, if you're following a vegetarian or vegan meal plan, actually vegetarian, is the Forever Light Ultra. So the Forever Light Ultra, because it's a protein shake. So a lot of people are not getting really the enough amount of protein per day, okay? So you need to just supplement extra protein throughout the day to get the daily recommendation, especially if you work out, if you need an extra push of protein to help you build muscles, you will find it in the Forever Light Ultra. So this protein, you will find actually 17 grams of protein, but if you mix it with milk, it will be 24 grams of protein. You can also add milk alternatives, like for example, almond milk, coconut milk, soy milk. All right, so it depends on you. And choose to mix it with, as I said, water, almond, coconut. That's it. So this is how you should drink it once a day. Now, you can drink it, for example, as a snack in case you want to increase your protein levels throughout the day, okay? Or also you can take it as a meal replacement if you're getting enough protein, but you just want to lose weight, or you just don't have the time to to make yourself, for example, breakfast or lunch, you can just take it as a meal replacement. Okay. Now, of course, I will take all your questions right now. So go ahead, you can chat, you can ask everything you guys want. And I'll be more than happy to help you. Yeah, that's the first slide. So we talked about the difference between vegetarian and vegan, and we talked about that there are several types of vegetarian diet that you can follow. We also talked about what are the supplements to take if you're following a vegetarian or vegan diet, and how healthy it is for the body to follow a vegetarian and vegan, because it doesn't have, you know, a lot of saturated fat like an animal product, and it's really good as an antioxidant for the whole body, and minerals and vitamins in general. Okay, we have a question. What is cognitive decline? So cognitive is anything related to the brain, to the, you know, to the mind. So yeah, like how we function from the brain, it gives us like signals. Okay, do you guys have any questions regarding the vegetarian or vegan diet? If you're following it and you would like to know more about it, also you can ask all your questions right now. Always also don't forget to exercise. I would like to repeat this. Even if you're at home, you can always find the time, you can always get a mat, okay, and you just work out on the mat. And but you need to find time for yourself and to take care of your health and of your body. So what is vegan diet? We talked about this. We talked about the difference between vegetarian and vegan. This is the slide for vegan. Vegan is a more restrictive diet of vegetarian, basically. So you don't eat at all any type of animal or any animal derived product or ingredients even, okay? So you try to preserve animal rights. So anything that comes from animals, even for example, gelatin or like some forms of vitamin D, some casein, whey, everything, you just don't eat it.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Manoranjan.
Please
I just
unmute themselves.
want to.
Okay.
Hello.
Please chat if you can, because we're not taking questions. And chat could be much.
Can I ask any question?
Yes, it's better if you can chat because the sound is not very clear.
I can understand. Please.
Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you. The vegan diet can. The vegan diet person can continue our forever living honey product.
For the honey, if a vegan person can do it.
Okay. Okay.
What, this is your question, you mean?
Yeah. This is the question I made. The vegan diet can contain our forever bee honey.
Like the honey, of course, it doesn't contain any animal product, but it is produced by honeybees. But they do not contain any animal-derived ingredients, you know? So yes, it is vegetarian.
No, I am just worried about this honey bee. Is also release some enzymes through his mouth to carry the nectar. That's why is it the animal or?
Yes, I told you. So the honey bee, it doesn't have any ingredients that is animal derived, but the honey, they are the one that produce the honey, you know? The bees, I mean, the bees, they produce the honey, but inside the honey, there's no animal derived. So So yes, you can. We consider it usually vegetarian and vegan because there's no animal inside, like animal product or animal ingredients.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Please, next time, please just chat because we don't want to unmute everyone. All right, thank you. So let's continue with the questions. Okay, we have here how much Pumstein one elder person can take in a day? Like 30 milliliter twice a day. It's fine. Okay, can I see? This is the first slide. Thank you for your positive review. I'm glad that you guys are happy with the presentation. Yes, so as we said, true. So people who are vegan, they do not eat the honey, but vegetarian, if they want, they can. Okay, can we take B12 or fields of greens in K10 diet instead of Arctic sea, Garcinia, and Therm? You mean clean 9 diet? What is? Can we take B12 or fields of greens? What is K10? Please be more clear, guys, when you ask the question. Please, thank you. Oh, okay, so keto. Yeah, if you're taking keto, sure, you can take the fields of greens or the B12, so it's fine with me. Can you please tell, can pregnant women take forever? What is forever light and bee honey during her pregnancy first month? Can you please tell, can pregnant take forever light? You mean the forever light ultra and the bee honey in her first month? Yes, the pregnant woman, of course, she can take the Forever Light Ultra and the bee honey. It's fine. Which of our product contain B17? I need to double check for you. So if you can please send me an email later, okay, and I will check in each product because I cannot just now open and check for you because we have a lot of products. We have a question, how to follow keto along with our product. So this is a bit out of subject. So keto, it's like, you know, a very low, you don't eat any carbs, you just eat high protein, high fat. And you can include our diet, our supplements or our aloe vera, like it depends. You can see, for example, for yourself in the nutritional fact if it contains any carbs. Okay, if it doesn't or it's very low, you can include it in the meal plan. So it depends on you how you're following your meal plan. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, we have a question. Oh. Thank you always for joining, guys, and I'm glad I'm helping you. Any other questions, guys, that I can help you with? You can go ahead and ask before we end the presentation. Okay, we have a question that if we can use Garcinia during keto. Sure, you can use it. It can actually help also. You take it like 30 minutes before a meal. Okay, you can take it. But usually the Garcinia, actually it will reduce the appetite. Okay, so just make sure um, that like you take it 30 minutes before a meal. Okay, what else? Can jojoba shampoo is suitable for 2 years old? Yes, you can use the jojoba shampoo. Just make sure it doesn't go inside the eyes, okay? Any other questions? So always make sure that if you're vegan or vegetarian to take extra supplement, which is the B12, especially the Nature Mint. These are really good because sometimes we're gonna lack these B12, iron, zinc, calcium, because we're not gonna have a lot of, animal derived products. Okay, guys, so I guess no more questions. We will be ending the presentation. I will post it on YouTube. You can review it. You can, you know, look at it again and share it with your friends, with your team members. And we will do also another presentation hopefully very soon. Okay, stay safe and bye bye, guys. Have a good evening.